All right. And we're live. Live. I'm going to make this thing closer. Jesus. Louises. Thank you. All right. How you doing? All right. This is the slate for today. We're going to go over pretty much all the recap from yesterday. And we'll go over all the bets we pretty much placed, all the stupid parlays we missed, all the parlays we stupid hit, stuff like that. And we will get it underway. If you guys just tailed the straight bets yesterday, you made out real good. As we hit a plus money, went 4-2, cashed out real nice. I took some stupid lays for the funsies with the boys. So if you didn't do that and you were smart with your plays, you cashed out real nice. Pretty much we'll go over the plays from yesterday first, and then we will dive into today's game, and then we'll recap some more of Sunday's stuff. So we'll go over that's for tomorrow. Go over week 2 first on different plays, different leans that I had, all that I mentioned in the Sunday preview with JMO, as well as my video for Sunday. Starting out pretty simple. Panthers-Chargers, I had JK to go off, and that's exactly what happened. Obviously, this Panthers D-line was absolutely demoralized, horribly established, and put together now that Derek's gone. Our best rushing player is Jadeveon Clowney, and that is horrific, as he is like 17,000 years old. J.K. Dobbins went 17 for 131 and a touchdown. Love to see that. Gus is just, he has the carries. He's just fucking irrelevant. So, J.K. is probably going to be the main back to target there. So that's exactly what we took advantage of. I'm going to be very curious to see what his line comes out at this week. They'll see if he keeps getting put at 50. Obviously, it's a very high average. It's 7.71. So we'll see where he lies there. But moving on. The Saints-Cowboys game, that I had a Zeke touchdown as one of my plays in the Sunday preview. Obviously, Zeke didn't end up getting in. This whole game was just washed. From the beginning, the Saints came out and just... If you had Alvin Kamara on your team, you made out well. If you bet on Alvin Kamara in any aspect, receiving 2 for 65 and a touchdown, rushing 20 for 115 and 3 tugs. It's just all around. Most people bet on the Cowboys. I saw a lot of CD owners or CD bettors pretty happy with his 90 and a touchdown. Reception-wise, though, fell a little bit short of that line. Didn't bet on that one myself. Didn't bet much on this game in general. I kind of just didn't really like either side of a lot of these lines. I know some people I saw on Twitter do the Chris Olave bait, but I did not fall for that. Luckily enough, like I used to all of last year. Dave said Zeke owes me money. It's fair enough. He owes me money as well. He's lacking. Ravens, Raiders, I didn't bet, I don't think, a single thing on this game, but we can quickly glance over it. Zamir White sucked. Rushing attack for the Raiders is horrible. Gardner didn't look bad at all. Obviously, if you bet on Devontae Adams or Brock Bowers, you made out well. Even Jacoby's not doing horrible. But the Ravens side of things, Derrick Henry sucked for the entire game outside of 2 runs, but he had 18 carries, so the volume was there. And obviously, everybody and their fucking mother bet on his touchdown. Ended up cashing in the 4th. Lamar, 5 for 45. Not the volume he had before, but he's still running too much, I would say. Zay, PPR monster if you have him in fantasy, and obviously from a betting perspective, smashed everything. His 4.5 line was just simply too low. And we took advantage of also Mark Andrews at 3.5, which was on my Sunday preview with Jameis Stain. Love to get that bet. Now that was a little bit juiced. I think it was at 135 odds. So, Bucks Lions, very underwhelming unless you had Amon-Ra bets. It's pretty much the only way you really made out decent there. Baker struggled. Won the game, but struggled. 185 total passing yards. Chris Godwin, out of those 185 yards, Chris Godwin had 117 of them, thanks. There was a discount on Mike Evans' line that I fell for the fucking bait. He only had 42 yards. Nuts. Rashad White got hurt in this one too, so we're going to see probably a lot of Bucky over the next week. So it's going to be interesting. Jared Goff threw the ball 55 times and still ended up with 8 fantasy points. That's the craziest part. He threw for 300 yards. Yeah, David Monty and Gibbs kind of got stuck there for a little bit. Didn't really do their normal thing. Amon-Ra, 11 receptions, 119 yards. Jameson ended up with 79 yards off that big catch. Kind of a wash game. Didn't really put anything on it outside of a Gibbs touchdown, which did not come through for us, sadly. This one kind of hurt, but also helped. I had a JT touchdown, but I also had JT rushing yards, so they kind of canceled out. JT obviously had 103 rushing yards on 12 attempts, exactly kind of like we thought. We just thought he'd be able to get in the end zone. Didn't. Alec Pierce did. 5 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown for Alec. Jonathan Taylor even got moving in the reception game. 2 for 32. You can't bark at. Whoa, we got a lot of people to catch up on. Niners shake my head. Oh, you have no idea. I'm going to get to that. Do you think Deontay's value has become more valuable now at the Red Rocket? 1,000%. Who knew Derek Carr was this generation's Peyton Manning? Fact. Saquon legacy game tonight. I think he'll have a good game. I don't know if he's going to have as good of a game as in Green Bay. I'm starting to think I might bet the opposite of what I think. That's funny as shit. If you have the numbers, I mean, I feel like it's pretty safe as long as you have the research in front of you. The fourth quarter live Raiders money line saved the afternoon for me. That's awesome. Nick was doing the same thing, I think. Mike Evans sold me so bad. Yeah, he was tough. Who would rush for more yards? Zamir White or Pacheco with a broken... Okay, enough. Zamir's bad. Couldn't get 46.5. Yeah, it's crazy. How does Hutch go for 5 sacks and the Lions still lose? Yeah, dude, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But Anthony Richardson sucked in this game. So anyone who bet on him, sorry. After his performance last game. Malik Willis, only 14 attempts. A lot of people bet his under on attempts. I was leaning that way. Josh Jacobs went off. 32 carries, 151 yards. Love to see Dontavian Wicks back in the end zone as well. Familiar face there. This one hurt the soul. This one hurt. T-Law struggled. Yeah, that hurt. Deshaun Watson played decent enough to get by. Dante Foreman got 14 carries. Jerome Ford 7. Still got out yarded by Ford. Judy had some catches. 5 for 73. Elijah Moore was also involved. 6 for 44. Mari Cooper completely irrelevant. Jags on the other side of things. Trevor Lawrence 14 for 30. 222 yards. 90% of those came in the fourth quarter. ETN got in the end zone, but struggled on the day, 13 for 52. Trevor Lawrence had 2 big rushes at the end of the game. 2 carries for 45 yards. Should have gotten in the end zone, didn't. Brian Thomas, on the other hand, 2 receptions, 94 yards. Again, all coming at the end of the game there. Christian Kirk fucking blows. Moving on. This game, I bet Niners money line. Where is it? Yep. For boosted odds. You see it here. Or maybe you don't. Oops. Maybe you don't see it here. Yeah, you can't quite see it on my screen, but can I pull this over? Can you see it now? Yeah. Boosted odds. Hurts. Yeah, so we lost $10 there. We'll go over the stat real quick. Brock Purdy, 300 yards, but couldn't win the game. Jordan Mason, 100 yards. You'd think with fucking so much offense, they'd be able to put up more than 17 points. But, yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Like, they can't beat Minnesota. Sammy Slings, solid day, 268 yards. Most of that came on that 97-yard reception touchdown by Justin Jefferson, who also, all of his yards came off that reception as well. Obviously, he got banged up at the end of the game. Should be fine for next week. Just a contusion on his thigh. Might be someone you're interested in fading next week. Injury. Not seeing the receptions he normally does. Back-to-back games, only 4 receptions. Ty Chandler kind of took over the running back role from Aaron Jones, which is crazy as well. Yeah, not much outside of that besides Niners money line, which kind of fucking sucks. They got trapped. The Seahawks on the other side, though. JSN breakout game. The quietest 12 receptions for 117 yards you'll ever hear in your life. Him and DK combined for 30 fucking targets. 10 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown for DK on that side. Sharp sucked, but yeah, he sucks, dude. Like, he's a bad running back. Averaging 2.7 yards per carry. Snuck into the end zone to save the day. Did have 5 receptions for 31 yards, though. But this just kind of proves how good Kenneth is compared to Sharp. Same offense, and has 14 carries, and has 38 total yards. Kenneth can never. But Geno, 44 attempts, 327 yards. Geno's fucking him. Patriots, Jacoby Brissett, the passing game isn't horrible. It's not something that's great, though. Antonio Gibson had 11 carries, 96 yards. That killed my line. I had him under 6 rushing attempts. Didn't expect them to be up most of this game like they were. Ramondre's still an absolute workhorse in this offense. 2 receptions, 9 yards as well. Jalen Polk, 2 receptions. Hunter Henry just fucking cooked. And will be someone we're looking towards in the future. I see stand up. Facts. I forgot I'm wearing this. Dub. Aiden with a Jamaica Parsons type performance. By the way, love from Spain. We can't use usual money lines over here. Over unders on the total game score. All right. For tonight, I'll help you out. Tonight, total game score is 45.5. I'm leaning the under. I don't think Atlanta gets shit going on offense. Normally, yeah, I'm fading under there. Who's singing this week? I am. What are your thoughts on Panthers' current state? Horrible. We're fucking poverty. Might go 0-17. But I just read Darnold. That's why I said that. But Andy Dalton might be able to sneak out one win. What are your thoughts? Sorry, I just reread that. Is Nick ready for Iggy Rap? Nick won because fucking Sexy's dumbass gave him Sharp. Does Darnold qualify as a comeback player of the year candidate? I don't think so. Vikings sneaky good. Should have given McIntosh facts. That would have been nice to see. What's the username of Pickett? Follow BDG. Only see Nick's. My username. Where is it? I won't say it. But my username is just at NickGut3 or at Gut045. One of the two. I think I can. Where is it? Go here first. I'll type it in chat. I'm typing from the fucking gaming channel I'm signed in on. There you go. If you don't follow the gaming channel, there it is too, by the way. I don't know why I commented on that account, but we did. Yeah, so that's pretty much for that game. Seattle, New England. I didn't bet anything for that game, though. Kind of crazy. All right, I'll just glance over these. Jets, we had Rodgers passing yards. Obviously, had 100 in the first half. Couldn't get shit going in the second half. Titans defense is legit this year. Giants 18-21 with the Commandees. My overall takeaway is Jaden Daniels still is bad at football. And, like, box score watchers will be like, oh, my God, 23 for 29, 226 yards. And he cooked. Dude, he cannot throw the ball down the field. A.K.A. why Terry McLaurin has never had a stat line that I've seen of 6 receptions for 22 yards in his entire career until right now. 6 receptions for Terry McLaurin for 22 total yards. Dami Brown, 17 yards on 2 receptions. Aaliyah Zacchaeus, 3 receptions, 14 yards, because they're all fucking screens. Austin Eckler took a one pretty far. 3 for 47. It's all fucking screens. It's horrible. And he ran the ball 10 times. Took huge hits because he doesn't fucking slide. Had 44 yards, but they got the job done on the back of Brian Robinson, 17 carries, 133 yards. Again, box score, fantasy-wise, Jaden's great. From constructing a good offense, no. Like, dude, how many field goals did they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 6 field goals? That is, yeah, bad. They won, sure. It's probably the only game they're going to win all season, I'll tell you, until they play the fucking Giants again. Pretty sad. Actually, they might play the Panthers one time. That's a dub. All right, Cardinals blow out Rams. Kyler's the greatest. Marvin Harrison's back. We're fine. Trey McBride rolled his way into the end zone. Nothing to really bet on there. Rams might be cooked. Cooper Kupp doesn't look fucking hot. Puka's going to be out till like week 6. Don't love that. I don't think I had any bets at all on that game. No. Did not. Oh, we took the Neighbors over. Neighbors absolutely cooked in the Giants game, by the way. Don't think it's going to happen again. I wouldn't buy into it. Wouldn't buy him high either. His target share is just unsustainable, and they're not going to be playing Washington's defense every week. Where do I want to go? Oh, right here. Steelers, Broncos. We bet on the Bo Nix under. Obviously, he just saw the volume, ended up hitting it. They gave him a lot of soft underneath throws to force him to make those throws. Ended up with over 200 yards. Good for him. He still looks bad. And Javonte, it is sad. But again, Steelers defense is good. We'll see what happens in the future there. Chiefs, Bengals. Bengals should have won this game. Like, the Chiefs' normal bailout story. It is what it is. Joe Burrow's fucking back, though. Looked good. Was moving around the pocket. Was able to get things loose. Jamar obviously struggled, but was getting shadowed by McDuffie with shade over top the entire game. Mike Gesicki had the game of his life, getting heavily involved in this offense. Was involved last week as well. He's someone to note forward when we want to bet on sneaky reception lines in big games where Jamar might get shadowed. T. Higgins, though, might be back, so we'll see how limiting that role is. Zach Moss still fucking sucks at football. Wow, shocker. Should have taken his under on rushing yards like we did for season-long bets. Chase Brown, shockingly bad, but maybe going forward he'll be used a little bit more to get back on track here. I'll read the comments now. Player props for tonight. We're about to get to that very shortly. You ever had ICO in your time at Ithaca? Ever had ICO? What is ICO? Putting bank account right now. What are your locks for tonight? I got you. Coaching is failing Daniels. He had a great deep ball at LSU. He had a great deep ball at LSU because he had fucking he had the most OP fucking receivers in the entire league with they'll probably be top 25 tackles that get taken in the draft this year. 2 first-rounders. 2 of the best players in all of college football, and Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. Now he goes to a receiving core of Aleda Zaccheaus and fucking Terry McLaurin, who's good, but he's not elite. Like, obviously your deep ball is not going to be the same there. Like, that's not on him, dude. That's him having insane talent around him and just being able to chuck it deep and one of them make a fucking play. Sorry, could have predicted that in college. Seeing it now in the NFL live. Same person to see it live in the NFL. Caleb Williams having a tough time. 24 for 37, 174 yards, 2 picks, 0 touchdowns, 5 carries, 44 yards. Was able to scramble a little bit and scramble too much for 7 seconds. Not hot. Yeah. No one really thrived on the offensive end because of it. Caleb just holds the ball too long, tries to do too much, throws fucking stupid picks. He'll learn in the future. CJ didn't have his best game, 260 yards and a touchdown. Cam Akers came in for the injured Joe Mixon. I saw a lot of people betting Joe Mixon anytime touchdown. Sally didn't catch. Tank Dell got fucking carries. Interesting to see enough. I think Tank Dell line is going to be low next game, and I'm going to hammer it. Like, that's something that's on my agenda. But now we'll go over actual locks for today. Let's move on to today. We have 3 plays. Kyle Pitts, Kirky Cousins, Saquon Barkley. And I'll get into why for all of them. Kirky's moving a lot. We'll refresh Underdog so we can see everything live. I need a parlay tonight. I got $10 of bonus bets with your name on it. Love to see it. Italian carryout? I've not got Italian carryout. I mainly got DeBellas. I got a lot of DeBellas in Ithaca. Shane Waldron should be banished. Yeah, that's factual statements. Okay. Gonna sip a while and we'll get into this. All right. Kirky, baby. Lower. Nick took his over early. If you watch his next thing, he took the longest completion. That's not ever fucking happening. Maybe like there's never a never, but it just doesn't feel hot. This also feels great. Either one of these, I'm taking the lower on the total of the game. He looks bad. He played bad. Philly's defense isn't much worse, if worse at all, than Pittsburgh this year. Vic Fangio comes in. Going to scheme up a ton of fucking pressure against him because he can't move. He's completely immobile. DeBella solid. We always used to cater food for IC, shit, especially for football. Facts, dude. It's DeBella's gas. We used to get it for fucking camp all the time during like training. and in August. Anyway, Kirk Cousins looks bad, plays bad, has no leg. He can't get under his throws. He changed his stance because of it. You know the Eagles are going to force pressure inside A-gap, B-gap pressure to force Kirk to roll out, which he cannot do. He instead stayed in the pocket when the Pittsburgh did that and just took hits and threw picks. Yeah, doesn't look hot. I'm betting on the player with the injury. And I don't think Kirk's bad. I don't think Kirk's a bad football player. I do not think he's healthy. And they're just trying him on the field too early, simply enough. Went up a rushing attempt. Yeesh. I had him at 17.5. And now it's 18.5. I think I'll switch that. I think I would switch that to this. 16.5 longest rush. That or this. I kind of like both of these lines. 18.5 is too high for me, but if you can get it at 17.5, obviously you take 17.5. But if you can't get 17.5, 18.5 is too high. I'm leaning one of these two plays. You can pick poison. I think both of them are good. I think Saquon still has a big day. If you're on underdog, you can take his rushing touchdown, and you'll get the Vulchi. If you want to do that, that's fine. So that means if Jalen gets in, or Saquon, or Kenneth, it washes. So that's not a bad play. This is too high for me. I would take it at 17.5, though. That would be my play. Need to get rid of my Drake line of pitch shares. I mean, dude, here's the thing, though. If Penix comes in, he could slang. They could eat. We'll see. How are we feeling about Smitty yards today? Plus 100 yards. Yeah. I don't mind Smitty. He obviously crushed it, but now he's like, they're going to game plan to over top shade. Remember, here's the thing that you have to remember about like Smitty and all them. I like Goddard's better. Low key. Main reason being is you have to remember everyone's so focused. And I think a lot of people that don't watch a lot of football and know it from a defensive standpoint are going to think corner. Who's the best corner on them? When realistically, someone like Devonta Smith, who is a lot of vertical routes, a lot of crossing routes, he's not going to be dealing with the corner nearly as much as he is the safeties. And these two safeties are fucking elite. Straight up. They got two of the best safeties in the game. Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons are two of the best in the game, period. Lock it up. Plus, you add A.J. Terrell on top of it. He's going to have a tough time because he's going to get shadowed damn near everywhere. Now, you do have Jahan Dotson underneath now to take away some pressure. You do have Dallas Goedert to take away some pressure in the middle. Sure. But they're going to be sending pressure almost every play. That's how Atlanta works. And actually, it's Jalen Hurts. They might not. They might force him to stay in the pocket. So they'll probably just QB contain with a spy. It's probably what they would do. It's what I would do. But last game, they sent a ton of pressure. But that was because they were playing Fields, and they knew he was going to run after first read. Once he saw pressure, no read there, boom, he's out. I don't think Jalen Hurts will do that. I think Jalen Hurts will get to his second read. So probably not. I take that back. But I do think there's going to be a lot of safety over top coverage. Is he going to make the giant play that he normally does? Because normally A.J. Brown takes that safety, forces that 101. Normally they do anytime they see cover post, they will you missed it. You missed it. I'll talk about it again, though, if you really want me to. The double post, normally A.J. will take that first safety, or Devontae would take that first safety, leaving 101 with either of them. This time they don't have it, unless they're really thinking Jahan can do that. Which maybe he can. He's talented player. But we'll see if he can do that or not. Yeah, it's an interesting line. It's worth the risk, though. I think I would lean Goddard, though, over Devonta. Now, Devonta targets feels great. I think you'll see the targets. Yards is kind of scary. But I think they'll be on offense enough to where it won't matter. Like, I'm leading my game script for this game. Kirk can't do anything. Atlanta looks slow. The only person that has any spark is Bijan. And Saquon and this Philly offense just kind of runs away with it and milks the fucking clock for the end of the game. It's kind of where I'm at. Where is Pitzensteins? There he is. Yeah, kind of correlating play here. Just fading it. If you put in $25, you'd make $115 on this play. That's my 3 legs for today. Kyle Pitts at 26 yards last week, and one of them was on a broken coverage in the back corner of the end zone, which he scored his touchdown on. Kirk still took a long time to get to that read, too. But yeah, I just don't think this passing offense is going to be good. Pitts is, again, middle of the field guy, where I think that's where they're going to cluster the middle of the field, force him to get out of the pocket. It's going to be tough for Kyle Pitts to really get a lot going. He also is a downfield tight end. He plays a ton of slot. He's a downfield guy. They like to get him 10-plus yards down the field. Sometimes he'll run some easy drags and stuff, but that's not going to total up, again, for a huge 40-yard gain or game in general. So I think him and Kirko are good, easy correlation unders for today's Slippin' Stains. How do I feel about the under or the Niners money line pick? It fucking sucks. Okay, it fucking blows. Because I thought it was a lock. I got a free discount on it. It happens. I really texted Tony beforehand, and I was like, "Why are the Niners only 5.5 favorites?" And he goes, "Because we're the GOATs." Aged like milk, to say the least. Aged like fucking milk. Definitely gonna get shadowed all through the night. Yeah, no, 100%. Don't think he'll have a lot of usage, a lot of slot usage tonight with the way the offense is ran. No, I think, like, I 1,000% think that he ran he ran the most slot routes last week. My only problem is, like, who are you going to have on the outside? You're not going to put Jahan on the outside. Like, is it Johnny season? Johnny getting in? It's tough, dude. Do they have a line for him? I would love to see it. No. Like, no, they don't. Damn. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, maybe. Again, he could fucking pop. It's a scary line for me, though. Overreacting to week one, this low-key shootout, Pitts. Low-key shootout. Who's throwing the ball? Like, who's throwing the ball? That's like, did you watch, like, guys, did you watch Kirk last game? Did you watch him? He can't move. They literally, out of pistol, every time was a run. Out of shotgun, every time was a pass. It was so predictable because he can't move. Kirk's safety net, why wasn't he a safety net last game? Because he can't get the fucking ball out. His safety net is now Bijan. His safety net is not Kyle Pitts. Sorry. Kyle Pitts is too vertical of a player for him to be a safety valve. He's not a TJ Hawkinson who catches it at the line of scrimmage and makes a play. No, he has not always been like this. Have you watched the tapes? Dude, he changed his entire footwork. He changed his entire footwork last game because his ankle could not move. He could not do a single play-action play. His entire game based on in Minnesota was play-action. He did 0 play-action plays. He has been able to move. He's been able to move in the pocket. He's been able to move and scramble outside if he needs to. He's not moving like Jalen Hurts, but he's moving around the pocket. He couldn't move a single ounce last game, which is why he got absolutely demolished through stupid picks. Devonta receptions I like. That's a line I like. I think he'll catch a lot of just simple, quick shit. Get the ball out. Get the ball to your playmakers. I think first half receiving yards could hit. For sure. I'm just leaning into the script. I think they're going to run the ball most of the game. Like, I don't think there's going to be any kind of shootout. Like, Kirk, it looks bad. Okay, we got to define what moving looks like. Would you say you know the most ball in BDGE? It depends what type of ball you're talking about. If you're talking, like, actual schematics of football, 1,000%. If you're talking about, like, knowledge of MVPs, old players, stats, no, not even close. I'd be probably last or second to last. I also, like, here's the thing is, like, I played football for the past however many years. Like, I didn't get to watch football many Sundays because I was playing, practicing at meetings, all that sort of shit. So, like, this past year, I've had to catch up. Like, when I came into trivia, I never got to watch Red Zone at 1 o'clock. I was in meetings from the game prior or whatever. So it kind of, like, sucked. Unless it was, like, later in the year. Obviously, December, January, yeah. Kirk Cohn, no, he's always been a cone. I don't get, like, I understand that, but he's been able to move a little bit. I think 40 is too low, though, bro. 40? Oh, for Pitts? Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to believe in Pitts again, sure. But I just don't think he fucking hits it. Yeah. No. Maybe 5.5 targets, but even then, like, dude, look at his last. We can look at Kurt. Let's look at him. We can even go back to last year. I get last year was a train wreck. Different offensive coordinator. Sure. He said this 10 of his last 20 games, dating back to 2022. That's last game. Like, he's just not consistent. And in those games, he needed the targets. 8, 6, 5. Even 5, he didn't hit it. Like, he's just not a high-volume tight end, which sucks. And in away games, he sucks even more. Let's look at him prime time. L. I think he'll be Kirk's safety net. I mean, I think he'll be Bijan, but that's fine. Is this the whole parlay? Yeah, I only have 3 legs for today. Like on Mondays and Thursdays, you can expect 3 legs. I can make it into more if you want to, just legs I like leaning towards, but these are like my official plays. I would lean Bijan attempts. I think they feed him because Kirk can't fucking move. Try to get him going, but this Eagles run defense is going to be good. I think I would lean Goddard over. I originally got him at 34.5 back when I originally made it, and I didn't get to place it in time. And as soon as I was making my video before I placed it, the news came out about AJ, and he literally just shot up, boom, milliseconds. I was like, fuck. Who do you think Bijan over 25 receiving yards? I think that could also be good because he's going to be the safety net. Like, Bull's talking about Kyle Pitts being a safety net. Has never been his entire career. And he wasn't last game in a game where he needed a safety net because he was getting pressured every play. Respect it, but don't think it's going to happen. Bijan, where is it? Longest reception could be good for Bijan at 13.5. He could catch a screen and take it 14 easy. That might be my favorite. Yeah, that feels good. 13.5. Again, rushing yards, I don't love this year versus Philly. I get Josh Jacobs had a solid game at the end of last game. But again, it all came off the back of like 2 big breaks. I don't think that's going to continuously happen. Atlanta has a solid run scheme, though. But again, they're very predictable with Kirk the way he is right now. I don't like Bijan rushing as much as I do receiving. I think longest reception feels fantastic. What position did I play? I played running back at East Stroudsburg, and then at Ithaca, I played safety. What do you think about Bijan? Yeah. Bijan 30.5 receiving yards, 4.5 receptions, too high. 5 receptions. Is this line really at 5 receptions? God, that feels high as shit. That's like Kamara type. Is he going to catch 5 passes? How many targets did he have last game? 3? Oh, wait, that's Pitts. I'm dumb. Where the hell, Bijan? 5 targets, 5 catches, 5 checkdowns. 89. Snap percentage. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I think you'll see a ton of checkdowns tonight. Unless this defense plays really high, which they could with how they know Kirk is. Do you see they named Dalton the starter? Yeah, trust me, I got thousands. Not really. I got like probably 20 DMs or tags. There's still too many. And all my friends were like, Bryce fucking stinks. I'm like, thank you. I'm aware. How do you feel about McLeod over receiving? I am not touching McLeod receiving. If you want to, it's not a horrible shout. I just personally not looked into it. What is London line underdog banned in my state? What? London's line is banned. What's his line? 59.5 receiving yards. 7.5 targets feels high. Feels a little bold to me, but I don't know. Could hit. If it was 3.5, feel better. Yeah, 4.5 feels just like you're playing with fire. I like his reception though for sure. I like Goddard leaning that way for sure. I liked him when he was a little bit lower, but 43.5 ain't bad. Kyle Pitts 39.5 lower. You can fade if you want. You can tail if you want. You can do whatever you need with these plays. With you have this advice, with this research. I have all the plays written up on Twitter and on Pickett. If you're not on Underdog, use code BDG as well. You'll get a free square higher than half a yard for Jalen Hurts, as well as a free square for Aaron Rodgers on Thursday night. So you get both those, which will be pretty sick. Yeah, so you have all those plays for on Monday night. We recapped our Sunday bets on Pickett. Make sure you go follow me on Pickett. It should be at Nick Guthrie. The link will take you to Nick's page. You'll also be able to follow Nick, and Jameson's at Jameson, and Tony's Tony No Dimes. You will follow all the boys on there. Do the Panthers have draft capital or just they don't have any like significant draft capital, but they have some. They still have a first this year, which is good. Yeah, that's an under. My opinion, Bijan again, most of the yards. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I got. I'm trying to think of other shit. That's about it. We'll be back on Thursday with the live, per usual, with the boys skis. And then I'll have a video for you on Wednesday for Thursday's picks. I'll have a video for you on Friday for college football picks. And we'll keep it rolling on there. College football, we've been killing it. I think, I have one day where I was even, and I lost like 0.3 units, 0.4 units total. Other than that, we've been hitting on both the weeks. So we're 2 for 3 on the week so far in total. One of the weeks went 7-2. Last week we went 2-1 on a little bit smaller of a slate. These middle weeks for college football are just kind of like, there's not many great games, which kind of make it hard. There you go. Another accept for the lower. Hey, dub. Dallas Goedert went down. Love to see that. These lines will move 17 times before the game, so you'll get them at wherever you're at. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thanks for the insight, even if you don't agree. Yeah, we don't have to agree. I just will give you my opinion, and you will text me yours. Do the Panthers have? Yeah, the Panthers are just fucking poverty. Yeah, that's about it. That's all we're gonna go over today. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys tune into the other shit we got going on this week. We'll have bets all the time. I'll always be active on Twitter with MLB plays tomorrow. We'll be back on that for now until NBA gets rolling. They'll have NBA plays every day as well. And I'll probably go live damn near every day for NBA as well, which is pretty gas. Pretty hyped for that. But I got to go hit chest day now, and I'll catch you guys later. I'll let you know if Pitts hits you over. Don't worry. Dub. You can chirp me all you want, and that's fine. I'll take it. I'll take the L. But I'll catch you guys next time.